welcome to today's video. If this is the first time that you're seeing me, I am the Hermit Tarot and this is my channel. Today's video is going to be a pick a card tarot reading. We have 4 different groups to choose from today. Today's suggestion in terms of the topic of today's video, it was actually chosen by you guys, everyone who voted on the community post that I put on my page. I know I'm not really consistent with my posts over there, but I really appreciate those of you who did vote and who saw it and who voiced your opinions as well. Thank you so much. It was coming to be that time, I guess, that time of the year where I just felt like I needed to get honest feedback and opinions from you guys to see what you wanted to see more of. And it was very clear that the love readings do very well, but I wanted to know what you wanted to know when it comes to love. So it brings us to today's topic. We are asking Spirit, what is next in love for you? We've got a lot to cover in today's video. I'll just briefly explain what you can expect in today's video. We're going to be looking at the next major changes / events in your love life, which was very insightful, to be honest with you. We got a lot of information for each of the groups there. We're also going to be looking at the person that you're going to be dealing with next when it comes to love. We're going to get personality traits, just get a bit more about them so that you can identify them when they come in. We're also going to be getting timing. I'm going to be asking Spirit, when can you expect these changes to happen? When are they going to unfold for you? And lastly, arguably more excitedly, we're also asking Spirit about your next sexual encounter. What is that going to be like? I could only pull 3 cards for this because I'll be honest with you, I ran out of time, but there is an extended for each of the 4 groups today. So I'll explain it more in your readings, but the extended readings get more information about your next sexual encounter. There's channeled messages, there's advice, and there's just more details around the next major changes, because surprisingly there were a lot of changes for each of the groups. So even if you perceive them as minor, Spirit had a lot of information, especially for one of the groups who thought they weren't going to have a lot of changes, who were like, you know what, I'm going to be single forever. Spirit was like, sweets, I got something to tell you. So choose wisely as always. I'm going to show you your groups now. I'm going to take you into the pick a group section. And this is the part where you really need to focus, because keep in mind, all these groups are pre-recorded. So tap into your intuition, use your discernment and find a group that is most suited to you. Heads up, you may have messages in more than one group, especially if you're someone who frequently changes their mind, or if you feel like you belong to a group who may only be in that period for a short time. Maybe you have messages in another group as well. See how you go. Join me in the pick a group portion and I'll soon see you in your reading. So welcome to the pick a group portion of today's reading. As you can tell, we have 4 groups to choose from here. They're all going to be cards, so y'all need to pick a card if you want to find your group. Starting with group 1 on the left here, you have the Bend card. Now this deck is called the Desire. Let me grab the box real quick. The Desire deck of passion prompts. It is a sexual energy deck. It's been a pleasure to use. I haven't used it too much in these readings, but it's been a pleasure to use. I think I've used it on Instagram. I think I've done it for a personal reading as well, but it was created by Samantha Clark. It was a gift from Samantha Clark, so thank you so much, Sam. We have, yeah, beautiful. They're literally prompts, so there's a lot of intuitive messages that come out of this deck, and I wanted to introduce it to the community in today's video, considering it's a love reading. Starting with group 1 with the Bend card. You could imagine how this could offer pleasure prompts. Group 1, you guys have the Blend card. It's kind of like a brownie color, I guess. Maybe it's showing up more orange or red on camera, but in real life, it's kind of got like a little bit of a burnt orange color is how I would describe it. So that's group 1. Group 2, I mean, in terms of color, you're definitely red. The word red is on here as well. So, wow, this is giving me a lot of information, actually, a lot more than it did in your reading. So I'm filming this after I've filmed all the groups. So group 2, your color is red, and the card itself says red as well. Group 3, you have the louder card, and it's honestly very similar to Group 1's color. It's slightly more red, as you can tell on camera, more than real life. It looks a lot closer in color in real life. A little bit more red, interesting text, interesting position. See if that brings any intuitive prompts. Group 3. And lastly, Group 4, you will have the shush card, so the shh card. And it has this kind of like purpley color and lighter purple font. Again, very interesting placement of the text here. A lot of intuitive messages come out of these cards, to be honest with you. So have a look, see if this is pulling anything within you. If you need more time selecting a group, you may choose to pause the video now, or you could join me in the meditation. It only is a minute, and it may help you connect with your intuition so that you can figure out which of these 4 groups you're feeling most called to. When you know, excuse me, I'm so breathless. I don't know why, I'm just sitting here, but I'm like, oh, after filming Group 4, I'm just like out of breath. When you know which of these 4 groups you're feeling most called to, scroll down to the description box, click on your timestamp, and I shall see you in your reading.
So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number, it may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color, it could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading.
Hi Group 1, and welcome to your extended reading. If you chose this bend card, then this is going to be your reading. Group 1, we're asking Spirit, what is next in love for you? We've got a lot to cover. We're going to be looking at the people that may be entering your life, the timing around these the things that you will be experiencing, because the main focus is we're looking at what major changes or events are happening in your love life. We're also going to be looking at your next sexual encounter if you're interested. I'm going to leave that for last and we'll only touch on it briefly. There will be an extended reading available if you wish to have access, if you want the reading to go for longer. We'll talk about the extended at the end. Excuse me, I just really needed that water. I didn't think I was thirsty until we started. Okay, so Group 1, you guys got the bend card, and straight away I feel like Spirit's trying to indicate like a change in positions, a change in situations, a bit of flexibility on your end. It makes me think that things are definitely changing for you. I have a feeling that this requires you to be flexible in the sense of that you may be entering a situation in your love life that is not entirely comfortable or something that you're not used to, but usually these things happen for our benefit, for our pleasure is what I'm hearing. So let's see how this translates to the rest of your reading now. We'll see if it comes up again. I'm going to keep it here, just out of the way, but still in sight. Spirit, what are the next major changes or events for Group 1's love life? What are the next major changes or events for Group 1's love life? Next major changes. Interesting. We have the Last Judgment card over here. We also have the Seven of Cups coming out, reversed. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, interesting. Something very big is happening here. A complete change, Spirit's saying. Change in perspective, change in situation. Very clear. Spirit's saying you're going to be very clear when it comes to love. Yeah, the Magician. You know what you want. I'm hearing that song by Ariana. I want it, I got it. You like these pants? Just bought it. I don't know the lyrics, but that's the song though. I can tell here, group one, what is happening next is honestly a huge shift in energy. We're being shown masculine and feminine energies, but a complete transformation, sweets. We're looking at a situation turning completely 180. There is an awakening here, a realization that helps bring clarity. Your heart knows what it wants. You see clearly now, and you seem motivated towards taking action as well. I feel like you're going to have clarity of mind and clarity of action in terms of I know what I want and I know how to get it. So I do see you being a bit of a go-getter in this situation, needing to take action in this situation. You can't expect this to come your way, but at the same time, you're not the only one doing something here. So what I can see is that if you are single, group one, you're going to know very clearly where your intentions lie and who is worth investing your energy and emotions towards. You do have some tire kickers in your energy. You do have people who will waste your time and who have confused you up until this point and left you feeling like you didn't really know what was up and what was down. Moving forward, the next major change is that this situation is going to be as brutally honest to you as possible so that you can realistically figure out how you want to move forward. The truth is being revealed to you, group one, and it is a bit harsh, but it's filled with optimism now that you have the cold hard facts. Even if it is harsh, I don't see you dwelling in like a feeling of loss. I see you being very proactive and moving forward. It's almost like you just needed to know, like, please, universe, give me a sign. I've been waiting. Do they feel the same way? Should I move forward? Should I start dating again? Should I do this? Should I do that? And this is your sign. The last judgment says it's going to be inadmissible, as in it's very obvious. You can't miss it. It's going to really stand out. It's going to be almost forced upon you. It's going to really clear things up and make things as crystal clear as possible so that there's no shadow of a doubt that this is what you're meant to do. Your heart is going to know what the best thing to do is, as well as your mind. And you're going to move forward with this knowing, taking action appropriately. What else can I tell you about this situation? I can tell you that there is interest on both sides. If you're single, if you're in a relationship, if you're wanting to walk away from a relationship, it's very clear that whoever you're dealing with is very clear about the same information that you have. I see clear communication, clear understanding, clear energy exchanges. There's no more confusion anymore. Once you know what you want, you're dealing with very much the same energy. You're putting that clear energy out and you're getting clear responses, clear reciprocation. It does feel like you have to spend a bit of time understanding your feelings and what the situation has revealed to you, because I've got to be honest, with the Hanged Man here, that's not immediate action. It's a pause and think about this action, understand what is best for you moving forward type of action. So kind of sit, reflect, digest, and then take action when you know exactly what you want. So for many of you, what's going to happen is you have this awakening moment, clarity's coming through. It's going to help you, it's going to help reveal to you the situation as bluntly, openly honest as they can, in order for you to take time to process what you now know and to see where your heart and how your heart fits into this. Because for all of you, I do see a change of heart here. I see the opportunity for you to really sit with something quite heavy and process it in a way of, well, how can I make the best out of this situation? What do I truly want to do here? And once you know, it may only take you, an hour. Maybe somebody tells you they love you and you just need an hour to process it. Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready. I'm sorry. I just need some time. Maybe you need a couple of weeks. Maybe if you're a very slow mover in relationships and in love, whatever it is that you hear, it's going to take you months to really understand what is best for you in order to move forward. But once you know, you're not going to want to slow down. You're going to want to take really fast, quick action, and you're going to do it in a way where you're so clear that the people that you're dealing with can't possibly be confusing, if that makes sense. I just see a lot of clarity here. Clarity is really the key word for you, sweets. Clarity, clarity, clarity. So now let's have a look at the people that you're dealing with here. I might use this tarot deck for that. Actually, no, we'll use this one. It's not really tarot, but it's got a lot of information. So group 1, please, Spirit. Who are the main, what is Spirit saying people? Who are the main people that group 1 is dealing with here? Who are the main people in love that group 1 will be dealing with in these major changes? Okay, we have the 5th house. We have mutable and we have imum koli. I'm not really good with imum koli. I'm going to have to clarify that one. But 5th house tells me that it's definitely a romantic partner, okay? This is someone that you're going to want to spend time with, getting to know, having fun with. They seem to be someone who is very outgoing, or at least brings out an outgoing side of your personality. This to me is about dating, romance, fun, playing, really engaging with your almost like childlike energy of having fun and going out there again. I do see this as dating, so I have a feeling that the person that you're going to be spending time with, either this is a renewal of your relationship or this is a completely brand new person. The only way that I could see this being a renewal, based on what Spirit's showing me here, is if you have been with this person for years and you know that despite your recent challenges and confused feelings and thoughts, you still want to be with them. Then I see that this will be a renewal. If this is someone who hasn't committed themselves to you yet and it's just been very difficult for you to understand this person's intentions, I don't see a renewal. I see you dating somebody new. I see your energy changing with mutable coming out here. I see this as a new person, someone who you may need to leave an open mind for, someone who has a lot to show you, a lot to prove to you. With mutable here, I see that this is someone who's definitely going to flex and bend your perceptions of what you thought you wanted when it comes to love. And I see this as more of like a experimental fun way, literally just dating and getting to know each other, understanding each other better, knowing each other better. I'm going to have to clarify imum koli real quick. It shouldn't take me too long, hopefully. Shouldn't take me too long. Usually doesn't. Are you in this book or the other book? I'm pretty sure it's in this book. It's not. It's not. Please, 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 don't waste these lovely people's times. Oh, it's right in front of me. 242. It was in the other book. Who's wasting whose time now? Sorry. 242. Oh, the Midhaven. Marks the cusp of the 4th house. So you have 4th house and 5th house energy here. Home, family, ancestry, roots. What do you seek to cultivate in private? And how does your relationship to the sign on this angle support you in this endeavor? The mantra for this card is, my roots are deeper than this lifetime. I am woven in the fabric of what came before. You're creating something pretty impactful and meaningful for you here. It feels like you're awakening to a feeling of like deep connection. You're looking for something serious, and I see you kind of testing the waters with someone, trying to see if they are that something serious. I feel like the person that you're dealing with is looking for something serious. They're looking for stability. They're looking for partnership. They're looking for emotional connection. They're not just looking for the dating. Don't get me wrong. They must be very fun with the 5th house here. They must be someone who really makes you laugh. They must have a good, sense of humor. They must really help bring out quite an outgoing side of your personality. But they're definitely looking for something serious. And in the long term, it seems like the two of you are going to need to take time to understand each other's intentions when it comes to the future. This could be definitely somebody who would want children or marriage or a very serious partnership. It's not so much that that's about ticking boxes. It's just that they have a traditional aspect to them that loves connection. They feel like they're like a cozy person, a warm person. Signs to look out for: a Leo, we got Gemini, we got Pisces, we got a bit of Uranus over here, so that's Aquarius for me. We have mutable energy, so that's all the mutable signs: Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces. Did I miss one? Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces. There's an earth sign, Virgo. There we go. And in Mum Koli, I would associate with it being on the cusp, kind of like Gemini, more Cancer energy. Very interesting. So that's kind of the person, the main person that you'll be dealing with. I feel like if you're at a point where you just want a lot of fun, this person will happily be that person for you, but there will also come a time where they're going to want to have serious conversations with you about your future and about where this is going, and how the two of you can be more serious in each other's lives. Is there anything else they need to know about this person, Spirit? Is there anything else that they need to know about this person? Group 1. Is there anything else they need to know about this person that they're dealing with next in love? We have the 9th house. Sagittarius is strong here, okay? Strong Sagittarius energy. I have a feeling with the 9th house here that this person could be a foreigner. They could be someone who's very different to what you've been dealing with when it comes to love and relationships, or they could just look very different from you. I'm getting that you're going to both need to take a risk towards each other, like a leap of faith almost. There's a bit of risk here in getting to know each other, but it is so exciting. There's a lot of attraction on both ends. There's a lot of passion on both ends. You may need to travel to see each other. There is this feeling of distance now that I think about it, but I have this feeling that you two are very fun together. You make each other laugh. There's a warmth here. There's an attraction. There's flirting. There's serious intentions behind that. There's this needing to be flexible with each other's energies. It could be each other's timelines. This person also just has this feeling of like awakening your spirit, sweets. I'm seeing 9th house as higher education now. So I feel like this person is just going to bring new knowledge to you that you've actually been craving on a soul level. This person's either their life experience, their cultural background, or something about them just brings something else to you that you're going to carve as another piece of your identity. They're very, very important in terms of your soul journey and your soul progression. They are a fun person and they have intentions on staying for quite some time. Waxing Crescent says that this is already in motion. It's something that could last for a very long time. You're right on the cusp of it is what I feel with Waxing Crescent reversed. You're right on the cusp of it. I do think that this will happen soon. So let's get some time frames, shall we? Or should we stick to this, Spirit? We'll stick to this deck. When can Group 1 expect these major changes in their love life? Gosh. Okay, so first of all, there's 2 messages. First of all, y'all need to check when Saturn returns in your birth chart, okay? Saturn is returning for a lot of people at the moment. It depends on where you're born. Many of us share the same Saturn signs because it's such a slow-moving planet. So have a look when Saturn returns in your birth chart to see when this person may be coming in. But other than that, this has been a long time coming. It is something that has taken a long time to come around. When I think of Saturn returns on an astrological sort of perspective, as someone who has a bare minimum knowledge of it, it's certainly a time where your hard work, your dedication and your commitment is paid off. It's like Saturn has put you through the ringer in terms of testing your patience, your perseverance, your ability to get done over a long period of time under very strenuous situations. And if you can tick all those boxes and meet Saturn's criteria, when Saturn comes back, they're like, yeah, you're my favorite pupil. I'm going to reward you with all your wealth, all your glow up. You're going to look good. You're going to be able to be this person that you've been working hard to be. It's just like major blessings. So I feel, Group 1, like this is something that you've been waiting a long time for. In my opinion, I got to see what your second card is. Leo. Okay, that's a bit more comforting. We got fire, we got earth. To be honest with you, if I saw fire, I would say weeks. If I saw earth, I would say years. So it makes me think that many of you have been manifesting this for years. If you haven't, then it could take years. If you've just come out of a relationship and you're still trying to figure yourself out and you think you need more time to reflect and get to know yourself better and what your heart wants now that you have this truth about yourself, then yes, sweets, it could take years. But if you've been in this energy and you're just waiting for the universe's next big moment for you in terms of they're going to come with this clarity that you then need to take action upon, then it could only be a matter of weeks. But the truth about the situation with Leo coming out is that it is something that takes two to tango. So it makes me think that both you and this person who you'll be dealing with, have a lot of loose ends to tie up before you can make room for each other in each other's lives. It's this feeling as though one or both of you are getting out of other relationships or other karmic situations where you've had, energy and you've had emotional reflection to do and you've exchanged lessons with people. So I really think that it's going to happen at a time when you're very focused on yourself. You're focused on almost dating yourself, loving on yourself. Maybe you're spending a lot more time in your appearance, experimenting with your look, just trying to be happy is the overall energy here. You're also focusing on your glow up. You're hustling towards your career, towards your long-term goals, towards the things that you feel are going to really give you that sense of legacy in this lifetime. And that's when I see this person coming in. So if that feels like it's a long way off, it could take years. But if it feels like you've been doing this for years, then listen, it's only going to take a matter of weeks with Leo coming out. And if I had to be real, Leo tells me 8 weeks. Okay, it's either 8 weeks or 2 years here with Saturn returns. So I always say with a general reading, take timings with a grain of salt. That's why I like to sort of talk about a situation rather than just a specific time frame. That's what I see happening in your life at the time when this person comes in. You're very focused on yourself, bringing joy in for yourself, experimenting with your look, bringing a lot of fun in, surrounding yourself with people that make you feel good about yourself. And you're also hustling towards your long-term goals, building a legacy, and really trying to make something of yourself in this lifetime. And it shows, by the way. You're not struggling with this. It shows. You're glowing up through the process. You're achieving throughout this. You're not just being punished and put through the ringer. With Saturn returning, it's like people are saying to you, wow, you look good. You are glowing. What is happening here? You look amazing. So that's what I see in terms of timing. I want to get some channeled messages from this person. If you guys think that you know this person already, we're going to have a look. Even if you don't think you know them, even if they're someone completely new, we are going to have a look to see what this person wants to tell you, because another message that I got at the time while we were looking at their personality with the 9th house, I have a feeling that the two of you will have very interesting conversations. I have a feeling that this person is here to really broaden your mind and to help you take risks towards the more adventurous side of your personality. Whether you are an extreme go-getter who likes jumping out of airplanes on the weekend, or whether you are someone who, at risk for you, is buying a new salad that you've never tried. This person is really going to push that more adventurous side of your personality. You two could end up doing a lot of traveling together, that kind of stuff. Again, however you measure risk and adventure in your personality, whether travel means going to stay in a motel in the city for the weekend, or whether that means taking a plane to another country for Christmas, Okay, group 1, please, Spirit. Can we get some channeled messages from the person that they will be dealing with next in love? What does this person want to say to group 1 to help them identify them? Oh, I know you from somewhere. So for some of you, this is definitely telling me that this person is a part of your past. But for all of you, there is going to be instant recognition when this person comes in. You can't miss them with the 6 of Cups coming out reversed. You can't miss them. If you're confused and you're thinking to yourself, I don't know if that's the person, then clear your mind and trust that when this person enters or re-enters your life, you won't be able to miss them. There's going to be instant recognition on both ends, and it's going to be very clear to both of you that you're interested in one another. Group 1, please, Spirit. Who is coming into their life next? Wow, I think we should see other people. This is someone who is currently healing from heartbreak. They are at a point where they need to, I'm hearing expand their mind, but I have a feeling that the Three of Swords is reversed because they are still healing, or they've been taking time to heal. The Three of Swords reversed tells me that this person has been hurt before in love. They've had their heart broken, and they've learned a lot from that experience. They might even be considered emotionally wise, or one of the main reasons Spirit's saying that this person couldn't come into your life sooner is because they did have a period after their breakup where they were jaded and they weren't accessible in terms of the kind of love that you are both manifesting within each other. They weren't like that. They're not going to be well, they are when they come into your life, but if they came in earlier, they wouldn't be as warm as they are when you know them, if that makes sense. You may have some interesting conversations about shared heartbreak with this person as well. Like you could find a lot of healing in their experiences, and I'm hearing failed experiences in love. Their words, not mine, but I feel like this person has definitely learned a lot from their mistakes rather than their successes. I've learned more from my mistakes than my successes. We're also being shown you make me want to do bad things. This is my Capricorn card. So Capricorn, Sagittarius, they always like to come out together. Saturn could be Aquarius or Capricorn, so it could be Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp, or Capricorn, Aquarius cusp. We also have Cancer, Leo cusp coming out as well. We had a bit of Gemini, Cancer cusp. So listen, all the signs are here, really. A lot of the signs are here, but this card specifically tells me that your chemistry with this person will be very off the charts. Very attracted to each other, strong magnetic pull to each other, strong desire, strong passion, very chemically aligned, Spirit's saying. It's something in your pheromones that just sort of makes this person like, oh my God. So maybe you really enjoy each other's smell as well, as what Spirit's indicating. It's a very sensual relationship. You're really just going to adore a lot of aspects of this person and vice versa. I think that passion may start brewing very soon in this relationship. Is there anything else Group 1 needs to know from this person, Spirit? What do they want to say to Group 1? Oh, that's clear. There is someone else in the reverse. So this person does not want to be your friend. They aren't going to be someone who confuses you with a friend zoning situation first. They aren't someone who you are currently friends with, okay? As in, this person is not someone that you see at the moment. They're someone that you are not sort of socializing with at the moment. They are definitely somebody who will take you seriously and this relationship seriously. They're not going to just date around at the same time that they're seeing you. They want to give this relationship a fair go from the beginning. I do see that they're going to really enjoy going on dates with you, but I am definitely seeing that this is not a third-party situation. Hell no. This person may have been bruised by a third-party situation in their past, and they do not want to manifest that in their future. So they're going to be very clear with you. You're the only person I'm seeing. Are you seeing anybody else? I see the two of you having really good communication, if I'm honest. Group 1, anything else this person wants to say to them? I'm hearing nobody like you. So this person is going to be enamored by your eyes, especially if you have glasses. Only take it if it resonates. Obviously, not all of us wear glasses, but this person's just really going to love looking into your eyes. I don't know if you're uncomfortable with eye contact, but you gotta appreciate that this person is not, okay? So they're really going to want to look into your face, especially your eyes. We have think before you act. This person is a slow mover. They're very clear and cautious in the sense of they don't take action unless they know. I do want to show you this one. I'm ready. Yeah, I don't take action unless I know. And when I do know, I'm all in. So this person will take a risk, a leap of faith for you. Remember, we got that over here as well. They'll take a leap of faith for you. They may need to walk away from something in order to have you. I'm getting that it's not that they're not emotionally available, but they will have to step towards you, in turn stepping away from something else. So travel was indicated before. Needing to be flexible with each other was indicated before. We know that this isn't a third-party situation, but there is definitely a leap that is required in order for this thing to happen between the two of you, in order for the seriousness to happen between the two of you. So let's have a look real quickly at your next sexual encounter, and we're going to expand on this in the extended. Group 1, please, Spirit. What is their next sexual encounter going to be like? Just 3 cards, please. What is their next sexual encounter going to be like? Thank you. Okay, we have the 7 of Pentacles. That's cute. 7 of Pentacles. I'll hold it up there. We also have the Knave of Pentacles. Look at this earth energy. The Knave. We also have the 6 of Cups again in the reverse position. Yeah, you're going to be having sex with someone that you really know, someone that you've been spending time with. They still feel like a newer energy though, or they're a little bit younger than you. You may be around the same age, Spirit's saying, but it does feel like you've been waiting a long time to have sex with this person, and it's going to be a long experience. It's not just going to be a one-off thing. I feel like it's after a long day together, or after a big night together, after you've been spending the weekend together. There is a feeling here with the 7 of Pentacles that it takes time for this to happen. You've been waiting for this to happen. I also see that the sex itself is going to be slow. It makes me think that you both want to take time with each other. I see like you falling asleep in each other's arms and just sort of taking time with each other the next day. I also see with the Knave of Pentacles that it's more about the experience rather than the act itself. So I do see, you know, date night, or I do see like a movie night. It's more about the experience than like, let's hook up. It's like, let's do this and then we can have sex afterwards. And I see with the Knave of Pentacles that you're both going to learn something about each other in this experience. It kind of helps bring your relationship to the next level, or it helps you understand more about this person. I feel like maybe your relationship, you're still just kind of new, and this helps it become a relationship. Like, no, we're together now, we're partners now, we're each other's, like, yeah, we're seeing each other seriously now. Like, it's kind of like I'm hearing the nail in the coffin. Okay, some of y'all may have commitment issues. It's the nail in the coffin. It takes the relationship to the next level. I also see here that alcohol could be involved, or it could just be a very sensual experience in which like food is around you at the time. Like maybe there's dinner before, or food's going to be involved in the acts itself. Keeping it sensual, love that. If you haven't considered it, I would consider, like, even if you know you don't want to actually bring food into the bed, you could do like aphrodisiacs, you know, a bit of strawberry champagne. If you don't like champagne, just do strawberries and chocolate and dip it in the chocolate. I have a feeling that this is more about the experience than the act itself. Also with the 6 of Cups reverse, this is someone that you know well. This isn't going to be a stranger. You still don't really know how you feel about them at the beginning, but I think that after you have sex with them, you're going to know very clearly how you feel about them. Your feelings will be overwhelming. For some of you, the words "I love you" could be said, but you know, don't expect that for all. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing in terms of what is next in love for you. We're going to take this into the extended now. For the extended, I'm basically going to be clarifying everything that we were talking about here. We're going to delve deeper into all of it. We're going to be getting more information about what exactly is next in love, more information about this person's personality traits, more channeled messages, more about your timing, and mostly, to be honest with you, it's not going to take long to clarify all these things. The main thing that I want to focus on is the sex. What's going on in your next sexual encounter? What can you expect there? What's the build-up? What actually happens? So I'm just going to literally be extending this reading, getting more information. So if you would like to join me in the extended, the link to the extended is in the description box. It's already started. You can see me there. If this is where you are leaving us, thank you so much for all of your support here on YouTube. I really appreciate you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. You can also check out the other content on my channel if it intrigues you. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, and thanking our spiritual teams for their support and protection in channeling these messages today. I shall see you in another video. Bye. Hi Group 2 and welcome. If you chose the red card for the pick a group portion of your reading, then this is going to be your reading. Group 2, we're asking Spirit, what is next in love for you? We're going to be looking at quite a lot. We're going to start with what are the next major changes / events that you can expect. Red tells me that things might be coming in hot and passionate for you. There may also be some red flags to look out for. So we'll have a look and see what's going on. I don't want to draw too many conclusions based off that card, but I do feel like something is really going to grab your attention, like a bull to a matador type of situation. Let's get tarot out here and figure out what the next major changes / events in love are going to be for you. Okay. Just going to make sure I shuffle this well. Oops. That's not very helpful. Okay. Group 2, please, Spirit. What are the next major changes / events in Group 2's love life? What are the next major changes / events? We have Justice coming out. Isn't that interesting? Something balancing out here. Justice in this deck is depicted with Venus on one side and Saturn on the other, indicating that it's a long time coming, but the odds will be in your favor. Group 2. We are being shown as Queen of Swords now in the upright. Wow, yeah, something's going on here. Queen of Swords is not somebody that you would mess with, to say the least. But also in your case, is someone very perceptive. So I feel like you're definitely seeing things well. For some of you, you could be dealing with a perceptive person, someone who's very aware of you and the situation. They're very, what's the word? I guess perceptive is probably the best word. They are able to see things fairly clearly. It's like they're very confident that they can read you. Let's get more cards to figure this out. Spirit, what are the next major changes / events for Group 2 in love? We have the 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. One more card, please. And we also have the 6 of Wands reversed. You guys took an interesting turn, I'm not going to lie. I almost think that what's happening next for a lot of you is that you're getting out of a connection. It might be a relationship for some of you. You know, it could be as serious as, yes, you were with this person for a while. But for all of you, it's simply a connection. You're getting out of it because you're realizing your worth. You're seeing things clearly and you're seeing that this wasn't balanced. You're getting what you deserve out of this situation now. So I see that for all of you. Honestly, there's a strong sense of self here in this reading. There's a strong sense of worth. It feels like what is next in love for you is this empowering change of events where you're recognizing your worth and you're using your awareness to be able to remove yourself from certain connections that were definitely not in your favor. I do see things turning with the Wheel of Fortune. I see the opportunity here. Judgment's your bottom deck energy, so it has been a long time coming. Y'all been in a situation that wasn't meant for you. You may have been pining after someone who just wasn't going to give you the attention that you deserve, but for that small percentage, you're getting out of a relationship here. And you're actually stepping towards self. So let's look at this. Excuse me, I just got to wipe my nose. It's still early here in the morning, and unfortunately, my nose is not the nicest to me in the mornings. So starting over here with Justice, let's have a look at this again. Justice tells us the story that we're dealing with someone and we want balance. A situation is clearly needing to go in our favor. The next major change in love that you can expect is that, yes, the scales will tip in your favor, but it's not even that you're winning and someone's losing. It's like, no, we need to balance this out. We both need to win for a change. We both need to have a win for a change. And I have a feeling, Group 2, that like this is you. You need a win for a change. It feels like the situation has to work for you. And what I see Justice doing is putting you in a favorable position of something that you've been wanting for a while is actually happening for you. And it feels like it's been a long time coming. So it's not union with someone, it's more union with self, you guys. I've got to be honest with you. I'm not seeing anybody else. I'm seeing very self energy here. We'll see who you're dealing with though, because we will be getting information around this person that you've been dealing with to help confirm if it's them or if it's somebody else that comes in and sparks this quest towards your worth. But I do think with the Queen of Swords here, Queen of Swords is telling me that you see something now, and maybe it wasn't there before, maybe it was just a blip in your radar before, maybe the facts weren't obvious before, but you see it now. Your perception is aware of something happening in quite a, what's the word, Spirit? Obvious, Spirit saying catastrophic way. So I don't think it's necessarily destructive, but I do think that with the Queen of Swords here, there's something that you see, there's something that you know that you can't ignore anymore. And that's where the Judgment card is kind of coming in as well. It's kind of like you've known this for a while, but you just haven't acted on it yet. You're finally having the opportunity now to, heads will roll, it's time to move aside and take the victory that is ours. So listen, for some of you, you're going to be literally just cutting people off and blocking them and going, nah, don't want to hear it. Don't want any more of your drunk texts. Don't want to deal with any of this wishy-washy social media behavior. If people want to find me, they will find me. They will seek me out. They don't need to, do this way of manipulation, because it feels like breadcrumbing for a lot of you, like just waiting for more and pretending that you were full of the breadcrumbs that you were being given in this situation. But regardless of that, the Queen of Swords is saying, I'm not putting up with that anymore. I'm going to take action towards what I want, and I'm going to make sure that I get what I want. And in order to do that, you have to know what you want, and you have to see the situation realistically. You're not looking at this as a fantasy anymore. You're not looking at this as, look at how this situation could be. It's like, no. This is what it is, and this is exactly what it isn't, which is unfortunately everything that I want. So I'm going to take what it is and just get rid of it so I can get what it isn't instead. With the Nine of Pentacles, honestly, that's the immediate flag for me that, like, okay, it's time to move forward. It's time to let go. And now that I think about it, red for you could be more towards the root chakra. Reddy brown is more root chakra energy. That's a new beginning, starting fresh, coming back to self. Connecting with yourself, connecting with what you want again, and understanding what is a part of you and what you need to be a part of you. So the Nine of Pentacles, another major event in love is that you're connecting with your worth. There's a lot of Venus energy here. It's about healing. It's about nurturing. It's about looking towards self with love and with admiration. And it's about building security for self as well with the Nine of Pentacles. This isn't just about sitting there and staring in the mirror. No, this is about doing things for self, achieving things for self, gaining security for self, and really just leveling up for self. So there's progresses to the Wheel of Fortune. So things that will change for you. So first of all, I see happiness here. I see joy here. I see you actually taking moments with yourself, having experiences with yourself. I see you living life for yourself, bringing love back to self, if that makes sense. And I honestly just see things transforming for you because you're able to focus more on yourself. It's almost like whatever this was, it was really distracting you, and it was maybe a successful union for some time, but it seems like you're better off by yourself at this stage, group 2. And this isn't going to say that this is permanent, okay? If you're in this group, if you're receiving this message, it's because you need to know that it will get better. Choosing yourself will lead to good fortune at this point in your life. This is something that is going to give you a lot of success, and it is going to help you separate your energy from things or people that were claiming you as theirs. The Six of Wands reverse tells me you don't need to be everybody's hero right now. You simply need to focus on yourself. You need to focus on your confidence. You need to focus on your sense of achievement, your sense of pride. It is healthy to have pride in the right ways, and it feels like you need to find that reason to be proud of yourself again, something to really feel good about yourself again. The Six of Wands reverse tells me you're going to have to spend a lot of time with your own energy, just fostering that inner sense of validation without seeking it from others. I also see the Six of Wands reversed as feeling as though you failed yourself somewhere along the lines. So it almost feels like you let someone down here. Maybe the past is going to be replaying in your head as you move forward towards your success. So it just kind of feels like the past here is making you think like, what if, what if, what if? Now, how this impacts you is that I see that you will need time for yourself processing these things, thinking about them, understanding them better, and just helping yourself move forward, because your energy is still tethered in a feeling of defeat here, okay? So let's have a look at the main person that you're dealing with here. Let's get some personality traits. Who is the main person that group 2 is dealing with here, Spirit? Who is the main person that group 2 is dealing with in love? Who is the main person? We have the 7th house kind of showing up reverse, so I'll keep that in mind. Who is the main person that group 2 is dealing with? Who is the main person, Spirit? Whoops. We have waning gibbous. Okay, waning gibbous moon coming out. I'm hearing it's not too late to shoot your shot. And honestly, it feels like you do have things that you want to achieve and things that you want to do for yourself and places you want to go and experiences you want to take and fortune you want to gain. It's not too late. Who is this person that they're dealing with in love, Spirit? We also have the 7 reversed. Okay, so 7 reversed is definitely a clear number for you. One more card. Who are they dealing with? We have fire. Okay, so it could be a fire sign, but this was definitely somebody who you had a lot of new experiences with, somebody who was literally hard to ignore. They could have had a bit of a temper, or there was something that just really stood out about them. It feels like this could have been a creative person, someone who you were very sexually attracted to, someone who you may have dated, okay? There was definitely attraction though. It feels like this person may have just sort of come into your life. It could have felt very easy in the beginning. Maybe they just kind of came in a very breezy way and you were like, wow, this is amazing. Is this destiny or what? Like, Spirit, who is this person? Honestly, the person that you are dealing with here with the 7th house, this is partnership. This is a feeling of partnership. This is like marriage. 7th house is literally like union, marriage, contracts. And I want to take union out of that, because union to me is more on a soul level. Marriage and contracts are something that our egos created, right? It's something that we in this reality decided we need and created based on what we think it requires, partnerships to work. So I feel like with the 7th house here, and I'm really stereotyping the 7th house. There's so many more aspects to this incredible part of astrology, but that is what's standing out for me. It's right underneath justice. It's telling me that the person that you were dealing with was someone that is either married, okay, or you were in a very serious relationship with them, because you felt like the two of you were twisted together like snakes, okay? So when I say serious, I mean it felt like you were almost stuck together. It felt like there was no way out. It felt like a contract had bound you together. It felt like this person was supposed to be your future. And I think that with waning gibbous, Spirit saying it's not too late, this person may have put you in under the impression that they were going to deliver on everything that you wanted. They may have put you under the impression that this person was going to be the person your one, the one who was going to be able to give you what you want, as well as fulfilling your needs in a relationship and with your expectations of the future. I feel like they never quite got there though with waning gibbous. This tells me that they kind of, not really actually. Let's go back. Let's quit this and go back. That's what it feels like. They never really got there, sweets. It feels like this is someone woulda, coulda, shoulda. They may have presented very strongly, but with 7 reversed, it's like they never really got there. They never got into alignment. They never fully ticked every box. They never completely did everything that you expected them to do. They never completely showed up in the way that you wanted them to. Things never really worked out as you expected them to. This could be someone who, in theory, would have worked really well with you, and in theory should have been, the one. Maybe a spiritual awakening was even involved with 7 being here, but it just never really grounded in that way. And fire tells me, first of all, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius is out here with fire. We also have Sagittarius up there. We've got a lot of Libra, to be honest with you, tiny bit of Virgo, but a lot of Libra, a little bit of Leo. It really feels like this person made quite the impression on you, group 2, and it felt like things started off very fiery, but they just kind of didn't get to where they should have been going. So that is what I'm seeing in terms of the person that you're dealing with here. And it could be because they're in another relationship and they never got out of that, or that your relationship with them just never got to where you needed it to. So I definitely can see now that what is next for you is a moment by yourself in love to really get the success and get your energy moving in the right direction, to get the achievement, the reward, and the sense of confidence that has been lacking when it comes to love as well. I see you cutting this person off, sweets. I see you really just focusing on yourself, making this action because you need to move forward towards your own sense of security. So let's have a look at timing now, shall we? Let's see when we can expect this to unfold. I'm going to use this deck again because there's a lot of cards in it and it's a beautiful deck. Okay, so group 2, please, Spirit. When can they expect this to unfold? When can they expect this to unfold? We have feminine. Wow. Oh my gosh. Can I get another card to confirm? Yeah. Oh, wow. If that isn't going to just solidify the message. So to be honest with you, listen, this has been a long time coming. Look at Libra at the bottom again. Libra is telling us this just isn't supposed to work, sweets. It's not supposed to, not with this person, not right now, okay? Unfortunately, this person's idea of your connection does not match yours. And the situation that you've been in with them has been a long time coming. Spirit is saying, when can you expect this to happen? To be honest with you, if you don't instigate this yourself, it's going to happen for you. Like a tower moment, like a judgment moment. What else can we liken that energy to? It's going to be very sudden. It's going to be undeniable. And it's going to push you forward so that there is no more confusion anymore. It's going to be very clear that we can't go back to this because it's just not where our energy needs to be. It's going to be impossible for you to continue to do this unless you completely distort and manipulate your reality to the point where it's diluted, okay, for Neptune to be here. This has almost become a situation that is quite, I want to say toxic, but really it's making me think of addiction with Neptune here. It's like you've just become very dependent on the situation, and you've become dependent on imagining a way out of the situation, like too much dreaming, not enough action. So to be honest with you, it's a passive answer because it is dependent upon you grasping your reality. And if you do that quicker, sooner rather than later, then this could be happening in a matter of with water here, this transformation is going to take place over a month period, months, okay? I would say the next 11 months, but it's more just that this is going to be a process of healing here, of needing to detox from this situation, of needing to gain back your power, your essence, of needing to gain back what makes you you. And it feels like if you don't do that yourself, the situation is going to happen for you very soon. Like I would say by the end of the year, sweets, by the end of the year, things are going to start to happen here so that you can have this moment with yourself that your soul, your body, your mind, your emotional spirit needs. So if you're curious, you may actually want to have a look at what will be happening after this period, because it is a temporary period. You're not supposed to be alone forever. You're not supposed to be hustling towards your own successful confidence forever as a solo person. So you may find messages in other groups, but before you go, I want to have a look at what your next sexual encounter will be. We're going to have a look at that first. I'm going to get 3 cards. We'll be elaborating on this more in the extended, but I want to have a look at what your next sexual encounter will be first. Here. Group 2, please, Spirit. What will their next sexual encounter be? We have the 7 of Cups. Wow. What will their next sexual encounter be, Spirit? Yeah, look at you and your power. We have the 2 of Cups here. Oh, stop it, really? We have the Devil as well. Okay, so first of all, it may be with yourself. No, but listen, in terms of a person, it's going to be with someone that you are dating, someone that you haven't been seeing for very long, someone who is going to, you don't really know where you stand with them. It's just sex to you, sweets. It could be a friendship situation. There aren't deep feelings, but it is confusing. You do have a sense of trust here with the 2 of Cups. It's going to be a lot of kissing. I don't know if you're actually going to end up having sex straight away, but you're very attracted to this person. It seems to be that there's a lot of lust involved. There could even be temptation involved, okay? So that could be something that sparks this journey towards self, is that your next sexual encounter is with somebody that you don't seem to be knowing too well. There is temptation here. There's a lot of kissing. There's confused feelings. There is a feeling of friendship, like you can really see eye to eye with this person. They just get you, but it does feel like it's still fresh in terms of a relationship. So it's not really something that's well developed. There seems to be lust involved, and there's also just a lot of like pleasure and desire and passion. I want to say that this is something that it may not actually be sex, it could just be teasing and kissing. It is a sexual encounter, but for some of you, you won't take it all the way. It's more like a tempted feeling. For those of you who are wanting to get out and you're actively taking actions to separate yourself from this partner, I see this as being someone new that you are going to be dating. You're building a friendship with them first, and you're experimenting with them when it comes to sex as well, because you don't want to push yourself too soon, into something very serious. So it feels like you're a little bit confused about how you feel about them, but you're very attracted to them. So you're just going to give it a go and see where the physical passion takes you. I have a feeling that it's very private too. Like it's almost like a little sneaky thing in somebody's car, or just in a situation where you're very alone, like people can't see you. And yet there also seems to be this exciting, like temptation feeling about it as well. So we will elaborate on that in the extended. We'll get into details. I'm really excited, honestly. The extended for group 1 worked out really well. Before you go, listen, I'm going to get you more advice, because I don't just want to end it like this. I feel like we need more advice. Spirit, group 2, is there any other advice you can offer them in love? Is there any other advice you can offer group 2 in love? Spirit, wow, don't ignore your spirit, sweets. It's not talking about taking a pilgrimage towards spirituality. No, don't ignore your spirit. What has your spirit been saying to you? Because apparently there have been answers whirling around in your head for some time now that have not been seen, or you've just not been taking action upon them. Anxiety honestly tells me that what is eating you needs to be addressed. it makes me think of like my own coping mechanisms when it comes to anxiety, and that it just needs to be addressed. Otherwise it balls up and it becomes something bigger than it is. Spirit's saying you always have choices. You're not going to be forced to do any one thing unless it is directly harmful towards you and your happiness. And I think that, you know, in these situations, this is a complicated situation. It doesn't just involve you. It clearly involves somebody else as well. So you have to know that you always have choices. Things happen for us, but how we move forward is up to us. And in this case, that's what you're being reminded of. You always have choices. When the truth comes out, when the initial, you know, awakening or honest change starts to happen, it is very much in your court in terms of how you wish to move forward. Is there anything else they need to know in terms of advice? Oh, hello. Begin. Yeah, just see this as an opportunity to start fresh, sweets. It's an opportunity to start from scratch and to move in a direction that is going to offer you growth, that is going to offer you love, that is going to offer you a new beginning. Spirit's saying that honestly, the biggest advice is that every ending obviously inevitably leads to a new beginning. So whatever's going on here, know that you're freeing yourself and allowing room in your life for a new beginning. Yeah, and you do have support, so rely on those other loved ones in your life. Rely on your spiritual team for guidance and support, and make sure that you're relying on yourself for guidance and support as well, because that's why this is happening, to bring you closer to yourself. Make the most out of this opportunity. I know that's a very optimistic way of looking at something that could be quite tumultuous and tragic, but make the most out of this opportunity. The ball is in your court. The ball is in your hands. Make the most out of this opportunity, group 2. So that's what I'm seeing for you in terms of what is next in love. I'm just going to talk to you about the extended really quick. In the extended reading, I will be elaborating on everything here, but I don't want to be giving you the same things that you got in this part of your reading. We're going to get as much new information about what is next in love for you as possible, looking at these major changes very specifically. I'll be getting at least 2 cards to clarify each of these cards to break down how this change is going to impact your love life. We're going to get more information about this person, channeled messages from them, for example. I didn't want to get that in this part of your reading, mostly because I feel like you needed advice more than anything, but I will be getting channeled messages in the extended. We will be looking further into the timing of this, just in case, you know, to see if there's anything else we've missed, but the main focus is going to be on your next sexual encounter as well. I'm going to be getting more information around that, who this is going to be with, how it unfolds, if there's any other juicy information that we can get. So that is what is going to happen in the extended. The link to your extended is in the description box. Group 2, it has been a pleasure reading for you. If you think you have messages in other groups in terms of what could be happening in love after this period of your life, then I do recommend you go back and find that group. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me on here. I appreciate all of your support, and I do need to thank our spiritual teams for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe. If you enjoyed your reading, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. As I said, it's been a pleasure reading for you, Group 2. I'm going to send you so much love and light. You got this. The choice is yours, and you have the power in your hands, sweet. Sending you so much love and light. I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye. Hi Group 3 and welcome. If you chose the louder card over here, then this is going to be your reading. Excuse me, just flashing you subtly, my bad. If you chose louder, then this is going to be your reading. Very interesting energy here, straight off the cuff. We are asking Spirit, what is next in love for you? We have a lot to cover, my gosh. There is going to be an extended as well, but we'll talk more about that at the end. In this portion of your reading, we're going to get into a lot of information. I have listed it in the description box, so to save me going over it again, you're welcome to jump back to the description box and see what you can expect in your reading today. But I want to start off with major events / changes that will be happening next in love for you. Before we get into that, I am getting some messages about this louder card. There's a subtle message coming in, ironically. Very ironic that it's subtle. But it feels like something is grabbing your attention here, sweets. And the reason why it's a subtle message is because it kind of feels like a niggling feeling, like a spine tingling feeling that's always been there, but it's just now grabbing your attention. Louder makes me think that it's going to happen in quite an obvious way once it does have your attention, but it's going to be a weird moment of like, oh wow, sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me, you know? And that person's like, yeah, I've been trying to get your attention for the last 5 minutes. Like, where have you been? Where's your mind at? So it's quite interesting. Am I getting anything else with that card? Let's see. Is there anything else here for group 3, Spirit, with louder? Oh, it might be about your sexual message, because we will be getting sexual messages. We might have to wait for that one. We'll wait till we get into the sexual messages. Let's get some tarot on the board, shall we? Group 3, please, Spirit. What major changes / events can group 3 expect next in love? What major changes / events? We have the Hierophant. Excuse me? Who are you? This is a serious situation developing here. That is the card. Excuse me. That is the card of major change. The audacity of you. You're going to experience the major change in your love life. Anything else? We have the 5 of Wands. Wow, a lot of change. 2 5s. 5 5. Group 3, what is next in their love life? Major changes. 9 of Cups, we like that. We do. We really love that. Good. That means this 5 of Wands is actually a positive shift in energy. I like that. Okay, Spirit, what's going on here with group 3? Oh, we have the 7 of Swords. I'm going to get one more cord. Let's put that over there. Group 3. How come I can't fit everything here? Oh, there we go. I was just being silly. Group 3. What is next in love for group 3? Hello. We have the 8 of Wands. How do you want to be, sweets? Reversed. Okay. The 8 of Wands. Interesting. There's that louder energy. I didn't see it until it hit me in the face. Interesting. Knight of Cups is your bottom deck energy. Group 3, y'all got a lot of messages coming through me. So I feel like this has either been a long time coming or like it's just going to happen very like, I don't want to say spontaneously. Maybe the best word is simultaneously. You have a major change coming to your love life by way of a serious event. It could be that you need to even get advice about this because some of y'all might get cold feet. The Hierophant for me in this spread is a commitment energy, serious commitment, serious compatibility. It feels like your love life is changing quite seriously and it's taking on a very traditional aspect. So for some of you, this is marriage. This is getting that serious partner. This is taking the relationship to the next level. If you are as single as the last Pringle at the bottom of the jar, then this is you getting a serious change in your energy. And what I see happening here for all of you, the Hierophant is like taking things up a notch and really stepping into a more serious part of a relationship. Is that true? Yeah. See, if you are single and you're not dealing with anybody, there is somebody here and they're very romantic. They're a little bit playful, not a lot, but they have serious intentions towards you and a relationship with you. So if you think you don't have anybody at all, maybe you've picked the wrong reading because there is somebody who has their eye on you and they have very serious intentions towards you. They are seriously thinking about taking a serious commitment with you. This is someone who is a little bit maybe passive or not as extroverted. The serious nature of their intentions is making them be very sort of thoughtful and analytical and purposeful with their actions. So they're not just going to sort of be out here blaring you like a blast horn trying to get your attention. They're just wanting to kind of do it, what's the word? Do it right the first time, I guess. Coming through with clear actions, clear intentions so that they have a clear outcome. So for that reason, I could understand if they were moving slower, or if they weren't as obvious. But if you think that there's absolutely no way that anybody could be watching you or interested in you, if you haven't noticed anybody making eyes with you or looking like they were going to talk to you, then maybe you're in a different group, because there is somebody who has their attention on you and they do intend on making a serious step towards you. This person feels threatened by competition though, so I don't know what the setting is with your relationship, but in your love life, there is a feeling of competing with the Five of Wands. There's a change in energy here. And I feel like this Five of Wands is more talking about too many fingers in the pot. So if you have no prospects at ever, you're single, you're just looking for, your next thing, the person who has their intentions set towards you is very concerned about your attention on other people. They're concerned about somebody else getting to you before they can. And they're more concerned about you giving attention to other people. I can also see that if you're in a serious relationship and you are going to get married, this Five of Wands is just worrying about other people getting to you before them, getting into your head, worried that there may be cold feet when it comes to this commitment, worried that there may be arguments or stress in the situation. I do sense concerns over conflict here, and more so it's being projected. It's not really real, if that makes sense. It's not like a definite thing that's going to happen. It's like the idea of, wow, we could cause arguments if we do this, or there could be conflict if we do this. That idea is there, and it's creating a possibility of there being too many issues here, like too many fingers in the pot is what I'm feeling. To be honest with you, it sounds like somebody just has nerves and they're making the situation more anxious than it needs to be. It doesn't feel like it's a genuine challenge. It just feels like there's a shift in energy, and with that shift, with that change, there is nerves, there's nervousness, there's anxiety, there's concerns, there's fears of things going wrong naturally, but I don't actually see those fears being warranted or genuine in terms of that's what's actually going to happen. I don't see that group 3. Now, the Nine of Cups is what helps confirm that for me. The Nine of Cups is a beautiful light energy of being proud and feeling good, and just honestly a sense of achievement as well. So I have a feeling that what is next in love for you, to be honest with you, you're going to be very happy. It feels like you have a sense of being proud. So you seem to be feeling very loved. You seem to have attention. You seem to have someone really getting to know you and seeing you for who you are. You feel recognized. It's quite beautiful. It's like you're being seen for the first time here. But what I'm confused about with the Nine of Cups is that you are making this about you. There's not too much about this person, so we will ask about them next. We'll get some information about them, who they are, what they want to say to you. But I can see that what is next in love for you, it feels like you're like, you know what, yay, my wish came true. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for myself. It's like, I'm so happy for myself. Like, yeah, they're awesome. They're great. I'm grateful to have them in my life, but look what I've done. I'm so happy for myself. So maybe for some of you, yes, you were manifesting this for a very long time. I can also see the Nine of Cups as you just feeling like your luck has changed when it comes to love, which is actually a very beautiful feeling. It just, yeah, maybe you have that energy. It just feels like it's almost too good to be true. So watch yourself, don't let yourself slip. Make sure you celebrate, make sure you appreciate your success, and pat yourself on the back for what you have been able to pull through here when it comes to your emotions and your ability to attract people who are exactly what you want. Now, I see here with the Seven of Swords, there is a little bit of, how do I word this? You seem to be very unsure of this person and moving forward with them, only because their intentions are pure, but it's either that the change is something that you're worried about, or the energy changing is something that you've got to get used to. Kind of like putting a cold water bottle in a microwave, and you're like, oh, it's getting hot in here. I'm not ready for the temperature change. That's what it feels like. The Seven of Swords is interesting, and I think that it could be solved with communication with the person that you're dealing with, but there are definitely intrusive thoughts that you do need to listen to, because as intrusive as they are, turning them off or gaslighting yourself isn't going to stop them from coming back. You have to at least let them pass through your mind, acknowledge them for what they are, and then let them go. There is a feeling here of don't gaslight yourself. If you are concerned, if you're having fears, if you're having doubts, you name it and shame it, get comfortable with it, understand it. Why is that thought there? Why is that concern there? Why is that thought or that fear there? I think that the Seven of Swords is just encouraging you to not pretend that something is what it isn't or isn't what it is. Just be very honest with yourself here when it comes to love and this person that you'll be dealing with. Try not to get too pensive is probably the best word I could say. Pensive. It's almost like you're marinating on something and then it in turn becomes bigger than it is. Address it, understand it, and maybe talk about it with this person as well. I do see unstable effort being inconsistency, and honestly, it feels like this part of the reading is all about you, Group 3. So just your actions here get a little bit inconsistent. I'm a little bit unsure of why you choose to do this. Maybe you just need time to understand yourself better and to see what you actually want to do when it comes to love. You seem to be dealing with someone, but you're just unsure of how to move things forward with them. So my advice at this stage, I'll get advice from Spirit based on what I'm seeing. Slow and steady. You don't need to force this to move quicker than it needs to, and just give yourself time to acclimate to this new environment with this person as well. Be sure that you're measuring their character based on their actions. Try not to preempt what they'll do based on what other people have done to you in the past. And just to make sure you're communicating your concerns as well. We also have the Eight of Wands reversed, which tells me that things do slow down here. You almost put a big pause button, and it feels frustrating because Louder is screaming for things to go fast. Louder is like, please pick up the pace. Yes, don't stop. I've got to stop anyway. It's very sexual, that card. But basically I'm getting don't stop here, and then I'm getting pause over here. So it's a massive conflict, and that's where the unstable effort seems to be coming in, the inconsistency of the Seven of Swords. You're very proud, you were very happy, things were getting more serious, there was minor energy changes that caused inner turmoil and a feeling of like competition, especially with a new suitor or somebody needing to kind of figure out their place in your world. It was getting a bit sort of like, how do we make this work? We can make this work. Okay, I'm really proud of us. I feel really good. I feel accomplished. I feel like my wish is coming true. But wait a minute, some things aren't just adding up. I need to think about this. Actually, we need to pause this. Let's stop the energy right now. We're going to figure that out, but I want to know more about this person that you're dealing with. So let's ask about them real quick, see who they are. Group 3, who is this Knight of Cups person, Spirit? Who is Group 3 dealing with when it comes to love? Who is Group 3 dealing with? We have the mutable sign in the reverse, okay. They might just be a bit indecisive or slow, uncertain. Who is Group 3's person, Spirit? We have the 12th house. Pisces is strong, okay? Pisces is strong. Mutable 12th house, immediately I think of Pisces. Interesting. They're a bit of a pessimist. They're a realist is what I'm hearing. I'm not pessimistic, I'm a realist. I see it for what it is, okay? Yeah, we're getting a lot of Pisces on the Knight of Cups card down here as well. So can you see that down there? Pisces and a bit of Aquarius. Yeah, they're indecisive. What I'm hearing is I'm undecided. The main reason is this person has clear intentions. I'm hearing clear motives, okay? Maybe I need to stop watching Halloween movies, but they have clear motives, clear intentions. They're unsure about how to move things forward with you. You give them mixed signals, sweets. Group 3, what's going on here? Who is this person that they're dealing with? Who is this person that they're dealing with? Group 3. Okay, we have Taurus. Interesting. Is that focused? I can't tell. Taurus. Beautiful Venusian energy. I don't want to take that. Can I just get one more card? Who is this person? We have fire coming out for y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. But an Aries Taurus cusp, perhaps? Interesting. You know what? Could be Pisces Aries as well. This person is interesting. They usually, when they know what they want, they go for it. If they know what they want, they go for it. They don't quit. This is someone who, they seem to be very clear in terms of, they may not be the first person there, but if they start something, they want to see it through. The thing is, love is an interesting situation for them. They're a realist, and I don't know if it's because they've been hurt, but with mutable reversed, they're not just going to open their heart to everyone and anyone. They're not just going to whimsically throw their intentions into the wind and whoever catches it, they will pursue. It's like, no. This person is very intentional when they pursue relationships. They're very selective, is what I feel. And they don't like to be manipulated. They don't like to play games. That's what I want to tell you. They don't like to play games with mutable reverse. They're not out here for the thrill of meeting new people and getting their heart broken. They're like, no. If I genuinely want a relationship with someone, I'm going to make sure my intentions are clear. I'm going to make sure that this person's intentions are clear. And with the 12th house here, this person is here for end game. They are a realist. They might be a little bit too pragmatic at times because the 12th house is actually a very, what I would consider to be like a fantastical energy of like Neptune and Pisces mysticism, but it also represents the ending of the houses. So there's a weird sense of like wanting to take things seriously. I do sense that this person is quite romantic at heart. Like I do really think that they have this sort of romantic sort of lover's heart, but I have a feeling that that has been tainted by their experiences or previous experiences in love. The 12th house makes me think that this person is just not going to be here for games at all. They've lived enough to know what they want and what they don't want. And if they feel or see something that they don't want, they're not going to go for it, if that makes sense. And when you start to get hot and cold over here, when actions start to become inconsistent, I feel like this person stands firm, almost too stubbornly firm with Taurus in their boundaries, and they just wait for you to figure out what you want. I think Taurus is also playing into this lover's heart that they possess. I have a feeling that this person is very conscious of self. They may be self-aware, like very self-aware, or just like out here focusing on themselves and not really chasing, if that makes sense. I don't see this person as a chaser. Even though we have fiery Aries over here and Leo and Sagittarius, I still don't really see them as a chaser. I see them as someone who would show interest. Excuse me, I just got to wipe my nose. I see them as someone who would show interest, but they're not out here for the games, sweets. They're not here for games. I have a feeling that this person with Taurus here really likes routine and consistency. Like, I think that this is someone who can appreciate things being straightforward and easy to manage, like easy to at least judge, if that makes sense. Like, naturally, there are anomalies and things happen spontaneously from time to time, but if life is a roller coaster constantly, this person was just like, nah, get me out of here. Can't deal with that. I just want structure and consistency. It's not to say that they don't have an exciting side to them, because I definitely think they do. But when it comes to relationships, it's like, no, I'm too old for that. I don't want that craziness of not really knowing what to expect and unpredictable energy. I just want to know. I also feel like this person has an aspect of themselves that is quite sensual. So I feel like this person would appreciate things like perfume or something about your appearance that is really sort of striking. They seem to take notice of those things, where other people might be like, oh, geez, I like your shoes. This person would be like, hey, you smell different. Did you try a new perfume or something? You're like, no, it's my body wash, or it's my shampoo. That's weird. How did you smell my shampoo? That's how they notice those things. So it's quite cool. I think that this person may be focused on their work right now as well with Taurus. It makes me think that they're building something or creating something here. I don't know. There's a serious edge to this person that I can't shake, which is so bizarre because I don't know, I don't usually consider that much of Pisces energy to be that serious, you know, like there's a serious edge to them. It's like they're trying to take things up a notch in their life. With fire here though, and I did talk about this briefly, they have an exciting side. This person seems to have experiences under their belt, and I don't think that they like to be who they used to, in terms of they don't like to be completely wild and crazy like they were, but they definitely still enjoy certain passions. So I'm pretty sure that this is the kind of person that would want to try new things with you. This is the kind of person that would be interested in doing things like physical things with you. Like I'm seeing either like going out, going out into nature together, or just like getting out together. I don't think that this person wants to do it to make a show of it. I think that they just want new experiences, and maybe they just want someone to do that with. I see this as someone who is honestly almost like they're trying to discover themselves again. They're trying to reinvent themselves or just recreate themselves again. They've got this sort of spark in them that they haven't been able to singularly explore, and having you in their life would help them be more motivated to explore that spark more often. I'm really getting that this person is quite romantic, and I'm also just getting a very intense stare from them. To be honest with you, this is someone who I feel may be patient with you, even though you are inconsistent over here. They feel like if it's worth waiting for, it's going to be worth waiting for. As long as you're not hurting them, I have a feeling that this person would give you space to figure yourself out, which is so bizarre. So Spirit, I was going to clarify this in the extended, but I need to get advice for you guys. What is the advice here for group 3? When dealing with this person, what is the advice? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Anything else? Allow this change to happen for you, okay? Because this is something that has been a long time in the making. It's something that you've wanted, and yet now that it's here, don't forget about yourself. This person can be overwhelming. Their attention on you can be overwhelming. So don't lose sight of focusing on yourself. That is why things seem to slip away from you, because they kind of come in and they wrap you up in their little whirlwind of attention, and you start to feel like you're not spending enough time with yourself. And that's where communication seems to break down. So if you do need time for yourself here, take it, please, because I see that this is someone who doesn't mean to be disruptive. Their energy is actually quite stable and steady. In fact, they hate unpredictability. So if you need time for yourself, take it and tell them that you're doing that, because I do think that the advice here is to move on and move forward through the conflicts, to take the changes as they come, to see them as things that are happening for you rather than to you, because these big changes are here for a reason. It feels like you've been wanting something more serious in your life, or you've at least been wanting a change in your life. And I see that this is kind of answering that question or that summoning. This energy coming towards you is aimed at making you very happy, but instead it makes you skeptical of, is this real? Is this actually me being happy, or how long is it lasting? How long before I feel sad again? Can I trust this person? What are their actual intentions? Can I trust myself? Lots of internalization here. So I really think that it's helpful for you to keep giving time for yourself, to check in with yourself. You know, we check in on friends and family. Are we checking in on ourselves enough? Make sure that you're giving yourself enough self-time. Make sure that you're dealing with the conflicts and issues as they arise, in terms of you're actually paying attention to them, listening to those intrusive thoughts, paying them the attention they deserve, or getting rid of them because they don't deserve attention, letting that thought come and go, which is where meditation may be helpful, you know, just so that you can actually allow those thoughts to pass through you and sit still enough to let them actually flow through you rather than staying stuck inside your head. And then moving forward, moving on, Spirit is saying. Moving on is about understanding the situation for what it is. And I think that's why power is here as well, because there's a lot of energy behind this. There's a lot of energy behind your connection to this person. And it feels like it comes on very strong and maybe quickly. This change in your connection comes on very quickly. So I do think that this person has genuine intentions and they intend on moving things at a predictable, slow, steady pace. Not as slow as like a Knight of Pentacles Virgo, but certainly as slow as like a Taurus Empress energy, just really wanting to come through like authentically, consistently, and at a pace of growth that is suitable and comfortable. And I see that this is just still, for some reason, causing friction burn on your end. So slow it down. Remind yourself that it takes two to tango. You have power here too. You have power in your voice. If you need to slow things down, communicate that. You have power in your mind. If you need time to process your thoughts, do that. And you also have power in your love and the way that you wish to be loved. So if you need to take time to understand your emotional needs better, then do that, because I do think that your advice with this person is to move on, moving forward through the conflicts as they arise and allowing things to happen for you, allowing it to unfold for you. It's very interesting advice. So let's get some channel messages from this person while we've got them on the brain. Group 3, please, Spirit. Can we get some channeled messages from this person for group 3? They're Knight of Cups. Who are they dealing with? What does this person want to say to them? They are, yes, reverse. They're a bit pessimistic at times. I'm hearing that word. I'm a realist. They're not someone who's prideful, but I do think that because of this, they're not someone who's exactly forthright either. Like, they're not the loudest voice in the room, let's say that, but they still have a presence. For Leo to be here, they still have a presence. They're just not the loudest voice in the room. How ironic. They're not the loudest voice in the room. Group 3. What does this person want to say to group 3? They want to tell you that at this point in time, their Ace of Wands is ready, but it's not lit yet. The match hasn't been lit. Oh, I just heard I came so close. I came so close. Why do you say that? My life started when I met you. I came so close. We're in separation at the moment, apparently. We're in separation at the moment. I lie awake thinking about our future, though. You're still on my mind. I'm not taking action towards you now because I'm not 100% ready. I got cold feet. I chickened out. I wasn't ready to take action. I wasn't ready to step towards you. It was too risky. It was too risky. Why was it too risky? They were thinking with their body. Excuse me. They were thinking with their body. I want to get you drunk. They weren't thinking clearly. What else do they want to say? Afraid of getting hurt, afraid of getting rejected as well. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. I'm going to find a comfortable way to approach you. What's going on here with this person, Spirit? Have I lost everything? Now they're like, have I missed my opportunity? Is the door closed? Is the window still open? Can I climb through the back? Please, did you still leave the key under the mat? Sorry, I'm getting dramatic now. I'm manifesting you. You make me so nervous. I don't know what it is. I have no confidence when it comes to you. You suck the juice out of me. Take my power and leave me powerless. You have so much power over me. What is this person's deal, Spirit? What's going on here? Definitely. They're a bit of a, what's the word? Stiff stickler? Gosh, that's probably not the word. But let's just say that they're very rigid, and it feels like there's a stubbornness to this person that once they kind of get their heads into something, it stays there. So they're, at the moment, they're a little bit like flexible. They're still like a wet noodle. But I think that it's very... They don't want to do anything outside of their comfort zone, is what I could tell you. This person has a rigid side to them that it feels like when it comes to you, the water just has to be just right. They're very concerned about shooting their shot and then the arrow being thrown back at them and feeling the painful sting of rejection. So listen, you seem like you have a secret admirer here, someone who has intentions towards you, romantic intentions. I do see these intentions being expressed. I do see serious change. I see energy. I see almost like this person needing to kind of compete for your attention, needing to really show themselves to you, you being very happy about their intention and then feeling like you can't really trust their intentions, needing to kind of take time away from them to figure out how you want to move forward. And honestly, I think it would be very helpful for you to communicate these thoughts and fears with them. And you don't have to go and tell them your life story if they're a complete stranger, but just tell them like, hey, you kind of came out of the blue for me. I wasn't expecting you. I feel like we don't really know each other that well. Maybe we could spend more time together. Maybe we could get to know each other a bit better before things get too serious too quickly. Or maybe like, hey, even though we've been dating each other for years and years and years and we're about to get married, I am starting to get concerned about the idea of marriage and children and buying a house together. Can we just take all of that slowly and just focus on the wedding at first? Whatever it is, it's like you need to pace yourself here. You're getting friction burn from this person, and they are getting very concerned by your changeability. They feel like you're unpredictable. They can't read you. They don't understand what's going on in your head. They don't really know what your intentions are. Do I matter to you? You matter to me. I'm going to play it cool and pretend like this situation is like no skin off my nose, but your lack of clarity is really actually frustrating me and making me feel like I can't commit to this as much as I want to. I want to put all my fire into this. I want to really put my heart into this, but I don't know if I can because you're making things uncertain. Spirit, when can they expect this change? When can they expect this change in their love life? We have air, so very soon, sweets. Air tells me it's imminent. Air tells me it's a matter of days to weeks, group 3. When can they expect this change? 2, yeah, you're looking at 2 days to 2 weeks. So my gosh, this is a very specific message. Honestly, if this feels like there's no way in hell, you're welcome to have a look at a different group. But I see things moving very quickly with this person because they're just a bundle of needing closure and clarity. They need to make their intentions clear. They need to get your attention. They need your attention to be on them. They need to show you what they can offer you, and they need to know what is on your mind. So this is going to happen fairly quickly. Air could also be a testament to the time of the year. So looking at the next air sign, we just got out of Libra season, sweets. So we're looking at Aquarius season, which is January, February 2022. This is a timeless reading, however, but it could be around that time. It could be the 2nd of January or the 2nd of February is actually when Aquarius season is, the 2nd of February. It could also be that once communication is open between the two of you, once intentions are expressed, maybe things move very quickly. And that's why this is happening fast, is because once communication is engaged, things do move quickly. That's the only other thing I see here with timing. So take the timing with a grain of salt. If this feels like it's no way in hell, then maybe you have messages in another group. But I do see how this could move very quickly once things, once words are expressed, intentions are expressed, and the desire to have something serious is shared. Last thing I want to look at for you is just the next sexual encounter. Real quick, we're going to go into this more in the extended because we have run out of time over here. Group 3, please, Spirit. What is their next sexual encounter going to be like? Group 3. Excuse me. What is their next sexual encounter going to be like? Oh, we have the Knight of Wands. Look at that. Oh, 2 more cards. What is their next sexual encounter going to be? We have the 10 of Swords, okay? We have the King of Swords. Wow, I'm not going to take that one though because we have the Tower on the ground here reversed. Wow, so there's something about this that is expected and yet spontaneous. You know, it's like I expected it, but it's still spontaneous. It really feels like this situation, how do I word this? For you, group 3, your next sexual experience is going to definitely be with someone that you're very sexually attracted to. It feels like the sex is something that you weren't really expecting to happen when it did though. So I don't know if it's just because like all of a sudden this person's just all over you, or it kind of unfolds in a way where, I don't know, something else was supposed to happen instead. Now, what I want to tell you about this situation, this encounter, I don't know if you go all the way, and you may not even have sex with this person. It could just be other things happening in terms of a bit of touching, a lot of kissing, to be honest with you, grabbing, groping, a lot of groping actually, a lot of grabbing, both of you, not just one of you. And it is pleasurable, it's consensual, but there is a feeling here with the Ten of Swords of, again, needing to stop. You feel like you need to pump the brakes. Like you're like, you know what, actually I'm not ready. Can we stop now? Can we try again later? So honestly, I could see this happening with this person because of the way that you act towards them. And I think that they would be patient because as sensual as they are, they want seriousness when it comes to a relationship. So they're not just going to write you off because you're not wanting to have sex with them then and there. They just want to know what's going in your head. Why did you stop? What's going on? What am I doing wrong? How can we work on this? They're very logical is what I want to tell you. They're very logical. So communicate with them and tell them, if this, maybe, the relationship itself is fine, but you just need time when it comes to physical intimacy. That's fine. I just think that your partner here really needs to know, in order for this relationship to be successful, you have every right to say no. It's your body. You can stop at any time that you want, and that's your right. I just feel like your partner is very conflicted and confused. They don't really know how to read you, sweets. You have a lot of power over this person. You make them feel very unsure, almost like they're on eggshells a little bit. They really want to impress you and get your attention. And I think that sex is one of the things that they think they can use to get your attention and impress you. So when you kind of tell them no, stop, it feels like a heavy ego rejection on this person. It's not what they're expecting at all. So that's what I'm seeing. Group 3, I'm going to take this into the extended now. Let me talk to you about the extended real quick. What we will be doing is we're going to be clarifying everything that we went through in this reading. Obviously, as you can tell, we fit a lot into here, but there were definitely a lot of gaps as well. So I want to fill those gaps. I want to understand what happens here. What is this serious change? Why do you feel so happy? And then why do you stop? We're going to cover everything in between. I'm not going to go over anything else again. We're only going to get new information, completely new. Why does this change? Why are you happy? Why do you stop? We're going to get more information about this person. Again, nothing that we've covered here, all new. We're going to get more information about them. Who are they? Where did they come from? How do you know them? We're going to get more channeled messages as well to see if that fills in the gaps. And then we're also going to confirm more about this sexual encounter. What's going on with your sexual relationship with this person? Why is it so hard to commit yourself to them physically? What's going on? What are the barriers? How do you get through them? So that's what's going to happen in the extended. I'm going to jump straight into the extended. So if you wish to join me there, the link is in the description box. I shall see you there. Before you go, I just want to thank you for all of your support. I really appreciate you tuning in and exchanging energy with me. It is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you, Group 3. I want to thank our spiritual teams for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye. Hi Group 4 and welcome! If you chose the Shh card, then this is going to be your reading. Group 4, we're asking Spirit, what is next in love for you today? There will be an extended reading. We'll talk more about that at the end. First of all, what I'm picking up for you is that there seems to be something subtle going on here. Shh makes me think that there's almost like a... I don't know, I'm picking up on something subliminal, something a little... under wraps is how I would describe it, but I need to get more cards to clarify because I think that it could differ, but it feels like, I don't want to assume there could be a secret here with shh, that makes me think that I don't know, something can't be told to everybody yet. It's almost like you've got to be careful about what is known. Interesting. Let's get some cards out, shall we? And we'll see what is next in love for you. Firstly, we're going to look at the next major changes / events for Group 4, please, Spirit. What are the next major changes / events in their love life? What are the next major changes? We have the 9 of Cups reversed. Oh, my days. Okay, that's a very big change, isn't it? We also have the 4 of Pentacles showing itself. What are the next major changes in Group 4's love life, Spirit? Wow, we have the Queen of Swords as well. One more card for Group 4, please, Spirit. What are the next major changes? We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You know what? I need to actually get one more card. We need 5 at least. What are the next major changes in Group 4's love life, please, Spirit? Group 4's love life. We also have the Magician. Okay. I'm hearing that you find your voice again. Love for you is a bit of a wicked game, I'm sensing. That's why Shh is here. It's like you've been silenced in terms of your love. That's so bizarre. 2 of Wands is your bottom deck energy at this stage anyway. Interesting. Honestly, I'm getting a weird feeling with your group. It's like a quiet feeling. It's like a meek feeling. Like you're not happy, that's for sure. The biggest change is that you're realizing that you're not happy. The 9 of Cups tells me that you feel like you're missing out on something. You wish you could have more. You wish there was something more here. I do think with the 4 of Pentacles, love is something that moves slowly for you. Your love life is something that isn't just going to change overnight, because honestly, with the Queen of Swords here, some sort of idea or mentality towards love for you needs to change. You do need to change the way that you see your prospects when it comes to love. And I don't want to put all this, I don't mean to put a blame on you. It's not that at all. It's just that you're in a very strict situation where there's not a lot of room here to create something. I do see a change in direction, and I see this happening because you're almost forced to. Because if you keep doing this, then what do you have? You know, there's not possibly anything else that you could get. It's like trying to get blood from a stone, Spirit's saying. The situation is so barren, you're going to be forced to almost look elsewhere, to think elsewhere, to get outside the box and to look at things from a bigger perspective. I do think with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, that there may just be other things in your life that you're focused on. It's almost like love is just not your focus, and it's not something that you feel like you've had the room in your life to be able to get options, if that makes sense. Maybe you just haven't had good luck in the past when it comes to love, and it's disheartened you to the point where you don't feel completely open to risky versions of love. You don't want to take a chance on the wrong version of love. Honestly, what is next is that this situation is going to perpetuate and continue until you, with the Magician here, decide to change something. There's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders here to change something if you want something to change. Because I do think with the Magician that you're very powerful and that your mind has been limiting the opportunities here. I also just see the Magician as like you feigning confidence and trying to pretend to be more confident than you are in order to start to get the outcome that you want. It does feel like this is a story of like, I'm seeing someone gain their voice again, gain their power again, start to feel empowered again. There's something else going on here too, Spirit. What is next in love for Group 4, please? Yeah, it has to be like this. It has to be slow, mostly because there are other areas of your life that you're probably working on. Career could be one of them. Capricorn's here, so it could be family. It just feels like love hasn't been going well for you so far. And to be honest, it's going to start to feel a lot more empty before it starts to become full again, because you need to be shown that love is something that is a part of you, and love is something that you appreciate. Love is something that you want in your life. The right partner is something that you want in your life. Someone who can be present in your life in that way is something that you want. I feel like Group 4, the biggest changes is you're going to realize that this isn't making you happy. You don't have a lot of room to give here. You don't have a lot of room for someone in your life at the moment there's not a lot of room for people to meet you based on your current actions and how you spend your time and your interests. And with the Queen of Swords, there's not a lot of room in your mind for the complexities of people. Maybe you have a very specific idea of what you want, and it's so specific to the point where it eliminates 7 billion other people. You know, it's either this one person or nothing. Either they come exactly like this or nothing. So Spirit's like, well, sweets, you're going to get nothing then. It's almost like you need to be more open to love here. The Wheel of Fortune reverse does tell me that there's other stuff going on for you, though. What else is going on for them, Spirit? I feel like some of you have been working on your money or like ending other cycles in your life. It could be school for some of you if you're very young. I just think that there's been other priorities, to be honest with you. Life's taken you in other directions as well. But you will find your voice again. You'll find your confidence again with the Magician here. That is a major change. I feel like all of this is probably stuff that you're currently experiencing. But the biggest change is with this Magician here, finding your voice again and getting your power back. Honestly, I'm so breathless talking. I don't know why. I did have dinner before I started filming your group, but I'm like here, like between talking, going, like it's very, it feels very restrictive. It feels like I'm struggling to talk, which is crazy. Maybe you're struggling to feel heard when it comes to romance and partners and trying to find someone who gets you. So let's have a look at who you'll be dealing with next in love then. This is where I'm going to get very curious. Who is group 4 dealing with next in love? I'm hearing someone will pique your interest. Interesting, Spirit. Who will group 4 be dealing with next in love? Who will group 4 be dealing with next in love, please? We have the 6, the number 6 coming out. Interesting. I'm going to get at least 3, maybe 4. Who will group 4 be dealing with next? We have the 2nd house. I had a feeling because Taurus came out. 2nd house in its shadow aspect. Gemini. And 7. 7 is supposed to be in its shadow aspect as well, but it's a work in progress. So the person who you'll be dealing with next when it comes to love is possibly someone who is currently in your energy. But I do want to describe this person to you so that you can figure out whether you know them already or not. Honestly, with 6 and 7, they are going through some growth. There's someone who does struggle in terms of courage and feeling like they can be successful. They prefer to operate within a certain, I don't want to say comfort zone. It's more of like a status quo. This person likes balance. They come across as very balanced as well. Maybe they have interests in diverse areas. I can see with the 6 here that they are someone who seems to be very focused on bringing something forward in life. So they could honestly be someone that you work with for the 2nd house to be here as well. But I want to say that you don't see this person often. They're going to be very busy with the 2nd house and its shadow aspect. This is someone who's very focused towards something. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're very invested in some sort of career. They could possibly have children for the 2nd house to come up. And Gemini, it makes me think that they have priorities. They're very sort of focused on something. They come across as quite confident or at least well-spoken. I think that there's an intelligent side to them as well. And they seem to be somebody who complements your personality. Like you see them as a balanced or well-rounded person who complements your personality. They're definitely attractive with 6 here. It makes me think of the 6th house, like somebody who's working on their fitness or who's health conscious in some way. They seem to be attractive to you. Gemini, again, they're smart. They could have a good sense of humor or at least a sense of humor that really clicks with you, group 4. I'm trying to figure out the 7 though. 7 was in the shadow aspect. 7 is interesting. It's like they're still kind of finding themselves. They haven't quite, They haven't quite peaked yet. Regardless of age, they're still growing. They're still elevating. They're still finding themselves. And I think that that's very alluring for you. You see this as someone who you could grow with. Especially because you're still hustling towards something. You're still trying to gain your material success of some kind. So this person, to see them being somewhat ambitious or at least motivated. It feels like you're able to see yourself growing with them. They may not be very spiritual, but they are open-minded, is what I could tell you. They are open-minded. They have a healthy level of skepticism, though, is what I feel. And I also sense that this person is someone who, to you, they could have had, what's the word? There's something here going on with partnerships as well. There's something going on with partnerships. So there may be someone who's recently come out of a divorce for some of you, small percentage, okay? They've come out of a divorce, but there's some sort of situation here that they're still tying up with partnerships. Maybe they have kids from a previous relationship. Only take it if it resonates, obviously. This is going to reach a lot of people, so I've just got to channel what message comes through, but it may not apply to all of you. There is this issue with this person, though. They don't like to rush into relationships. They consider themselves to be very busy. Honestly, you both are in a similar boat. You struggle to have room for each other in each other's lives. You're very busy. You don't have a lot of time, and they don't have a lot of time either. It's like you have a routine you've got to stick to, but they genuinely don't have time. They don't have a lot of time. I could see this relationship evolving online, to be honest with you. You may spend a lot of time communicating with them over the phone rather than being able to see them in person initially. I wish I could ask more questions. Can we? Let's ask more questions. How do they meet, Spirit? How does Group 4 meet this person? How does Group 4 meet this person, Spirit? Waning gibbous. Interesting. It's almost like that's the point. I watched too many reels. Waning gibbous is interesting. It's almost like they were in your life when you were going through something else and you weren't able to give them your full attention. That's what I'm seeing. Like, you had other things on your plate. You were dealing with your own problems. You were dealing with your own situation. It doesn't even have to be problems. You were dealing with your own situation. You couldn't give them your full attention. This could have been an extramarital affair for some of you, okay? Only take that if it resonates. But with here and the 7 being in its shadow aspect as well as waning gibbous, there's somebody here that wasn't appreciated fully because they just didn't have the room in their lives to do that. They weren't able to embrace this relationship fully. So how do they meet, Spirit? We have South Node, North Node. This is the kind of person that seems to just pop up a lot, okay? They're a part of your past and they're also a part of your future. South Node, North Node tells me that this person just seems to appear. You may have known them for some time, or you may meet them and then they re-enter your life later as well. I want to say with South Node that this person does have a link to a part of your life that was quite painful or transformative. Let's say that. It doesn't have to be painful, but certainly transformative. It was a part of your life where you were trying to leave something behind. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to be beyond that. And that's why for a lot of you, this could be someone in your future, because I see you hitting a point where you're like, you know what, I'm done with this. I need to move forward. So it's like when you make that decision in your mind to move forward, to change the way that you've been approaching love and romance, this person could come in and you're like, wow, I'm still trying to figure this out. Like, thanks for showing up, but I don't know if I'm ready for this yet. I don't know if I have room for you yet. I got to figure some stuff out first, and then maybe we can work on it. It's kind of like you want to leave your options open, Group 4. You're not really set on this person. You're both appearing to be quite unavailable to each other, which is so perplexing to me. What else can you tell, Group 4? We have Grand Trine. Wow. This is pretty significant. There's a threesome if I ever saw one. This could be like an extramarital situation, sweets. Meeting this person through somebody else and it being a very tricky situation. We're being shown Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune on this card. So it's like stuck between a rock and a hard place here. There's my good luck. There's my karma. And there's my fantasy. I'm stuck between it. Let's just go for the luck. That's my fantasy, that's my karma. I'm going to aim for my luck instead. You had your mind preoccupied. Other things are on your mind. Other things Other things had to happen first. This person was on the back burner, or they will be. You're not going to be focusing on them. But I do see that they're hard to forget. That's what makes them stand out to you. Excuse me, I'm just wiping my nose. They're hard to forget, group 4. All right, Spirit, so can we get some channeled messages from this person, please, to give us more clues? What does this person want to say to group 4? What does this person want to say to group 4? Interesting. You make me want to do bad things. There was definitely some sort of moral conflict here. And to be honest with you, it doesn't have to be like cheating or anything. The moral conflict could be like, I need to continue working to support my future. And I've been working so hard towards this, and then you popped up in my life, and all I want to do is lay in bed with you all day. But I can't. I have too many responsibilities. That could be the conflict. Whatever it is, it's like you just want to, you have lowered inhibitions around this person. This person feels like you lower their inhibitions. Group 4, please, Spirit. I just want you all the time. Yeah, it's a very passionate connection. They're very sexually attracted to you, okay? This person is like intrigued, to say the least, but also there's a physical passion for you. Wow, yeah. They had their eye on you. You both did. You're both perceptive. It's like I wasn't looking at you, but I was. It's that sneakiness, pretending you don't see each other, but you do. I'm focused on something else, but my mind's eye is on you. What does this person want to say to group 4, Spirit? How can group 4 identify them? Yeah, they don't seem to be completely emotionally available when you first meet them. Their heart is like set on picking up the collateral for something else. It's like they have to tie up something else first. The 10 of Cups reversed, their future changed overnight. And it feels like you're kind of coming into each other's lives when things are still being tidied up. It's not the most straightforward love story, I gotta be honest with you. What's next in love seems to be this person who's very attracted to you, but emotionally, they're not really connected to their heart space. They're very physical, very energetically, sexually active when it comes to their thoughts of you, but their heart is like protected. It's like behind a glass case. What does this person want to say to group 4, Spirit? 1 Pentacle reversed. They're saying that they were not ready to offer a serious commitment, so keep an eye out, because all this information is helpful. When you come across this person, you can make the choice whether you want to pursue something with them. I've got to be honest with you, I see this being more of a physical connection. I see you just kind of having fun, getting into your like physical energy, your sexual energy, your passions, not really pursuing or not being able to pursue something serious with them. You enjoy each other's energies. You may even have good conversations, but it is more of like a physical attraction. They're not able to offer you serious commitment. They're very interested in your physical vessel though, keeping that in mind. Sorry for that, group 4. It might have looked like nothing changed, but we were briefly interrupted. So I want to move forward because I want to ask Spirit when you can expect this to unfold. I want to look at the timing of it all, and I want to really have a look at how these major events are going to take place with this timing as well. Spirit, when can group 4 expect to... honestly, where do we start? Where do we start with these events? When can they expect to get their confidence back? When can they expect to get their voice back? Group 4, Ascendant. It never left you. It was always a part of you, but it's about empowering yourself. Spirit saying you just need to talk. I know that I'm making it sound too simple, but Ascendant tells me that it's always been a part of you. It's just an overlooked aspect of your personality. You got to practice it. Start small. Group 4, when will they expect these major changes to happen in their love life, Spirit? We have the 8th house here, so the process has already started. I feel like this is a transformative process that has already started. To be honest with you, some of you may be looking for something casual. You may be looking for something relaxed and carefree and not so serious. You just want to have fun. I don't want to get into anything too serious. Let's just take advantage of the fact that I don't have a lot of time and mess around with somebody on the side. And if that's the case, then this is going to happen very soon once you start putting yourself out there more. I do see this as a temporary situation. I see it as something that could help boost your confidence and really get your voice back, get you back in your power. For many of you, this is absolutely a process of transformation though, and realizing a new version of yourself, another side to yourself. Spirit, when are they going to meet this person? When are they going to meet this person? So I do have to acknowledge waxing present. Some of you already know this person, but I feel with waxing present that it's not going to be hard to meet them. Their personality is very superficial in terms of there's not a lot of depth to them because they embody an idea of a person. I don't think that there's a full attachment here. There's not a full development when it comes to love. It's just like an exchange, an energy exchange, really. It's not going to be hard to meet somebody like this. Somebody like this is Spirit saying everywhere. They don't represent a deep-rooted connection in your life. They're just superficial. It's the idea of having this person in your life. It's the idea of having someone there for a specific reason. Not quite available in the way that you may want for a long time, in terms of like a long-term partner, but they are exactly what you need them to be right now. Waxing Crescent said it's not going to be hard to find them. This person could honestly be a part of your life already for some of you. It's just about connecting with the right person. But I feel Waxing Crescent as like you're very close. It's not going to be hard to find someone like this. Can you tell them anything else, Spirit? Leo, this person, yeah. Spirit is saying if you're looking for someone like this, if you want a casual thing, if you want someone who's just, there for a good time, you do need to start going out more, and it's about showcasing yourself in the best of ways, your physical vessel, picking someone that you are physically attracted to as well. Yeah, Leo was saying romance and play, have fun, go out, put yourself out there, put your fun, playful self out there. Especially if you're using dating apps, they're saying put the fun, playful version of yourself on there. Because this isn't somebody who needs to know your deepest, darkest secrets. They just need to be attracted to you. So you can play it up and only show the fun side of you. To be honest with you, that's why Leo is here. This is supposed to be a situation that instigates a lot of fun, a lot of pleasure. It's definitely something that's supposed to be fun for you. It's not supposed to take. It's supposed to be one of the least complicated things in your life. Your love life is supposed to be very much straightforward because you have other things going on in your life that are a lot more demanding. You're very busy, and I think that this is just supposed to be a straightforward thing. So keep it straightforward on your end to attract a straightforward partner. I have a strong feeling we need to get into your sexual encounter now because I'm very intrigued to see what comes out for you. I'm still breathless. Can you hear me? I haven't been able to catch my breath this whole time. It's so bizarre. Okay. Group 4, please, Spirit. What is their next sexual encounter going to be like? Group 4. We have the 10 of Wands, very passionate. It feels like it's a opportunistic situation. You've got a lot going on. You strike me as a very busy person, Group 4. This is going to happen in some sort of window. Like you have a window to do it. You're going to make it work. Very opportunistic. It's going to happen under situation or circumstances that are flexible. You just got to go into that room really quickly. Quick, I only have lunch. Let's go. We'll do it in your car. Sounds crazy. So passionate. What's going on here, please, Spirit? What is Group 4's next sexual encounter going to be? We have the Knight of Chalices in the upright position. We also have the Two of Wands. So it is going to be somebody that you're seeing, somebody that you're meeting. I want to say dating, but yeah, you are going to be dating them. The Knight of Cups tells me that there are romantic feelings. There are romantic gestures involved, but the sex itself is like a climax event. It's like, oh, no, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to do this all week. I've been needing to do this all week. It's like a release. It's a real strong feeling of like, oh, fucking finally. Sorry for swearing, but it's like, finally. Yes. Let me exhale. Like I can breathe. Yes. Yeah, it's a very cathartic process. I can breathe. Oh my gosh. It's like you can finally like unburden yourself. You may use sex to unburden yourself, to just sort of blow off steam and let it out. I do see the Knight of Cups. It's telling me that there's more emotions involved. Honestly, I got to keep this very concise, but there's so much more going on with you, Group 4. Your next sexual encounter is with someone who you're dating. You're seeing them, you get together for dinner, or you just agree to see each other over food. And then you take the opportunity to have sex there, and you do have sex. Some of the groups, it wasn't really sex. It was just like groping and kissing. But you'd make the most out of that time. You're like, I got 20 minutes for lunch. Let's do this. Eat your sandwich in 2 minutes. We're banging it out for the rest. That's what it feels like. You're just like, we got this. And to be honest with you, there is compassion here as well. Like, it's not just passion. There's also feelings. There's also intimacy. There is a feeling of wanting to cradle this connection and to take it to the next level as well. And cradle could be something else as well, if you know what I mean. What else can I tell you about this next sexual encounter? Yeah, there's an energy here of being secretive and private. So it makes me think that opportunistic situation is like meeting each other at work, or you have to be sneaky and go into the toilets to do it. Like, there's a feeling here of being sneaky because you don't want to complicate it, but it's also very exciting to you. So you like to do these things in places where you may get caught, or you're just doing it at I've only got 10 minutes. Come on, quick. Let's time it. Let's see if we can do this in 5 minutes. It feels very risque. Like that makes sense with the shh here, needing to be private and careful. It's so interesting to me. You're a very curious Group 4. I wish I could delve deeper. I honestly do. Is there anything else you can tell them about their next sexual encounter, Spirit? There might be role-playing involved for some of you if you get the chance. I don't think many of you will get the chance. But if you do, there could be role-playing involved. I feel like there's a strong attraction between you and this person, though. They are very attracted to you. It's like I've been waiting for this all week. I need you. It's like a craving. You're their guilty pleasure is what I feel. Craving you. But there's also like a connection here, which is beautiful, actually. You do understand each other and you do connect to each other romantically as well as physically and passionately. It's honestly, you're a very intriguing group. I got to take this into the extended. I'm sorry, I do. I can't go too deep here. I have to leave some juiciness for the extended. So I'm going to end your reading here, Group 4. We're going to go into the extended now. Basically, what we're doing in the extended is we're going to expand on all of this. No old information, all new stuff. We're going to get more information about this, these changes, these next big changes, how you got in the situation, how it's expanding. And we're also going to be focusing on kind of figuring out who this person is, getting more personality traits if we can. I do want to get more channeled messages just so you could probably understand who they are better. I want to get some advice for you, and I want to get more information about this sexual encounter as well, figuring out how that happens, what it looks like, get some juicy information, how it eventuates, what goes on there. Anyway, if you're curious about the extended, if you'd like to join me over there, I promise you it's going to be very juicy. There's all new things. It's what I've been doing with the other groups. I didn't want to just repeat the same information. We've been focusing on getting as much more information as we can, new information as we can. The link to the extended is in the description box. I shall see you there very soon. It's already up, so you can watch it straight away. Before you go, Group 4, I do just need to thank you for all of your support here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me here. I hope this reading was helpful in the sense that it gave you more information. The way that this reading works for me is that it's showing you what could happen, but life is your reality. In terms of you create the reality that you want through the actions that you take. So this doesn't have to be a reality if you don't want it, but I could appreciate how this could be exactly what you want and exactly what you need, because you're not somebody who has a lot of room. So maybe you just want something like this for right now. Anyway, take it for what it is. Don't let the rest take from you. I need to thank you for all of your support. Thank you to our spiritual teams for helping me channel these messages and for keeping me safe while doing so. I shall see you in another video group 4. Bye!